Hi everyone and welcome to another video. I know I have not made a video in quite some time and some of you have actually reached out to see if everything is okay. And first I just want to say thank you so much for doing that. That really means a lot to me. Everything is okay. There have been some things going on here that I don't want to talk about quite yet, but in the near future I'll be able to fill you in a little bit more on what's been happening. But everything's okay. I just haven't had the motivation to make a video or really the time to in the past month and a half or so. I've been trying to get some orders out for my little soap business, before Christmas and things, so I've been a little on the busy side with that. I'm going to make a video today. Today is going to be my lentil loaf that I have made for Christmas. So I actually filmed most of this video last night. In fact, I made the lentil loaf last night and I went to sit down just now and edit the video and realized that there is no sound in most of the little video clips that I made. So I'm going to do this part and the rest of it will just be a voiceover. So this is a recipe video that I've been wanting to make for quite some time. It's a little bit more labor intensive than most of the stuff that I do, but being that today is Christmas, it's a special occasion, I put in a little bit of extra work to make this, and the nice thing is it makes a lot. So you can either make a couple of loaves that, they're kind of like a meatloaf, but they're made from legumes, and if you have extra left over, you can always form these into patties and make them into veggie burgers. So it's a pretty versatile recipe. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to show you how I do this, and I will put the all the ingredients and the directions down in the description box below. Okay, so the first thing I do is chop up all of my veggies. So to make this extra quick, I just threw everything into my Vitamix and used it much like a food processor and chopped it up until I get fine bits like this. I picked over my lentils to make sure there were no little rocks or pieces of debris in it. Then I gave them a rinse. And then I also use flaxseed mixed with water to create something similar to like an egg white consistency, and this helps to bind the loaf together. I like to get my greens in whenever I can, so I throw a couple handfuls of frozen spinach into the mix, and this is just frozen microwavable brown rice. Now normally I'll use about a cup for this recipe, but I ended up just dumping all of this in and it turned out absolutely fine. And these are just ground up oats, and I actually did this first before I put the vegetables into the Vitamix just so my container was dry and I could grind this into a flour consistency. This is a can of black beans that I drained and rinsed, and then I just hand mashed them with a potato masher. I use almost an entire can of tomato paste for a nice savory note. I use ketchup just before it's all done baking because it makes a nice glaze on the top. And then the seasonings I use are just an Italian herb mix, some onion powder, garlic powder, you can use tamari or soy sauce or even Bragg's liquid aminos, or just salt and some freshly ground black pepper. So then I bring the lentils and all the chopped up vegetables to a boil, just in a pan with some water, with enough water to cover everything. And then once it's boiling, I reduce it to simmer and let it cook until everything is soft, and that takes about 30 minutes, and then I drain everything really well. So then I'll take my lentil and vegetable mixture and mix it together with the black beans, and I'll add my tomato paste and all of my seasonings at this point. And then I'll add in my flaxseed and water mixture, which has thickened by this time, and then I add in all my rice and start adding the oat flour a little bit at a time, and I stir after I add in a little bit just to get it well incorporated, and you'll see here in a minute it turns into kind of a batter that sort of sticks together. Then I start putting the mixture into my loaf pan. So I have one regular size loaf pan, a medium size one, and here's a really small one. About 15 minutes before the lentil loaves are done, I will take them out and pour ketchup over the top and then just kind of smooth it over the top with a spoon. And then I return it to the oven and bake another 15 minutes. And the ketchup gets kind of like concentrated in flavor. It becomes a little darker in color, and it just adds a really nice flavor to this. Now the lighting's not the best in my house, but I wanted to show you what this looks like when it's cut. It's a really beautiful dish, really. There's a lot of different colors in this. It smells amazing, and if you let this sit for a day and eat it the next day, it tastes even better. So that's how you make the lentil loaf. And let me tell you, the house smelled amazing while this was cooking. And when this sits overnight in the refrigerator and you eat it the next day, it tastes even better. So let me know if you give this a try. You can certainly change up the seasonings or anything you like to suit your taste. But leave me a comment down below and let me know how it turned out. I always like to hear, you know, when you guys make recipes, you know, how you like them and, you know, the spin that you put on it. So thanks so much for watching, and I will try to get another video done as soon as I can. Thanks for being patient, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.